Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty big topics coming on over here, not in the usual gaming news, but more so in regards to some gaming content creators, such as Jidon and as well Pokeimane, and also the really big kind of drama going on with the ban that's been ongoing now for 8 months, and the huge comparison and also favoritism coming out from Twitch. Now, when it comes to this stuff, I'm going to more so just be presenting the news and kind of talking about it, because there is kind of a little bit of a side on both sides for this topic too as well, some good, some bad. But I do want to go and say when it comes to people out there that want to go and do better and want to go and actually have a chance to go and stream, this is usually kind of a big thing to be on the lookout for. And as well, just the news of this has actually been going pretty big, where it's actually out there being viral. A lot of really big content creators are speaking up about it and bringing extra attention on it. And even as of right now, Jidon's tweet itself has over 60,000 favorites. And the video itself, only up to after a few hours, was already almost over 500,000 views when it comes to this big drama. So a little bit on the outside of the usual of what I usually would go and cover and what I'd usually talk about. So let's go and talk about this. Now, of course, as well, if you guys don't know these people, that's totally fine. If you guys just want to have a little piece of drama, feel free to. I'll try to give you guys all the context for it. So, as of right now, there is a content creator that's been kind of blowing up very, very well on the whole Twitch side. His name is Jidon, and he's done very, very well for his content. As of right now, he has around 5.7 million subscribers, and I've had a chance to see some of his videos, and maybe you guys might be even familiar with some of his most recent ones, where like he literally got a haircut, at a game itself too. He does like a lot of like pranks too as well, like this video has 10 million views. And he's overall been doing pretty good in the whole content creation scene. But the one big drama, and you guys also may remember that if you guys are more on the Twitch side, he was actually permanently banned from harassing another big popular streamer, Pokeimane. Now, when it comes to all that drama, that was around 8 months ago. It kind of seems like a very, very long time ago in general. But yeah, that was 8 months ago, and basically what he was doing, he was sending kind of rude messages, and then his Twitch chat was also sending out like kind of hateful messages to Pokeimane, where she had to deal with it, had to end her stream, and had a lot of just big internal conflicts going on. Now, in that whole situation, I'm going to give you guys my quick opinions. You guys going to agree or disagree on the comment section down below. I think he should have been banned for that regardless. When it comes to that stuff, you shouldn't do that. They don't know who you are. That's whatever. But the part two of that is that it was a permanent ban, which might be a little bit more on the harsh side, mainly due to the fact that they hung out, so the Jidon and Pokeimane themselves hung out right afterwards, and I have also had a chance to interact a few different times. I'll even go and show you guys. So, as long as the whole Pokeimane herself is cool with the guy, is fun, friends with them, they're vibing, they're chilling, in my honest opinion, I don't think he should be banned anymore. Like, it's basically like if you go, you have drama with a friend, and if they don't like you, you have to leave a party. But let's say 6 months later, you guys had some text messages, you hung out in private, you guys are all chilling, and that same party, same group of friends are like, nah, bro, don't show up. But you're like, no, we're friends. We're chilling, we're fine. Like, there's no drama, don't worry about it. And that's kind of, I think, the situation where he's at right now with Twitch. Now, I personally think he should be unbanned, at least off of that situation. Like, I think it's one of those things where it's like, bygones be bygones, if Pokeimane cool with it, which it seemed like she was, they've hung out like 4 or 5 different times, I'm sure it probably should be fine and on Twitch. So this, I think, is more on Pokeimane side, if anything. But as of right now, there's been even more drama coming out. So that was like the pre-context, here's the new context. So right now, Jidon actually made a brand new video saying, Twitch, and they're kind of calling the stuff on out. And the main argument with this, and I'll show and highlight this to you guys, is that there was a woman streamer who was, doing something that you really shouldn't ever be doing on these types of websites, and very, very actively, and at that, due to the severity of what they were doing, what many like lovely couples do, only got a 7-day ban.
Then I asked her the $1 million question.
I know why, but like, how long are you banned for?
7 days.
What the?
7 days.
Which is kind of funny, in all honesty, at the end of the day, when it comes to all this whole type of content. So, as someone who has done something, at least in my opinion on the Twitch side, who I've also do want to say, I want to get clarification on this myself, I do believe it has turned into a permaban, which does maybe tone down a little bit, but as we've seen from the woman themselves, they did say 7 days. We saw other people also mentioning 7 days too as well. When it comes to this stuff, I think that's a little messed up. Now, to kind of be the devil's advocate, though, Like, I think I'm kind of on the side of, like I said, as Pokeimane and him are kind of chilling up, they're having a good vibe. That's like the initial big drama, and if that's all good and that's all water underneath the bridge, I think he should be unbanned. So that's like before I say any of the devil's advocate stuff, don't want any hate comments or anything like that on that one. I think if they're all good, they should be unbanned. But the one big thing though, and I think this might be why this case of why kind of Twitch is maybe apprehensive on why they'd want him not want him unbanned, etc., etc. So first and foremost, like I said, this is just me kind of thinking on the perspective of Twitch, the company itself. So number one, you have a lot of this extra like pushback, which I think is fine if he's fighting for his rights and wants to bring up attention for it, that's fine. But when it comes to this, you have like a hashtag Twitch respawn. Then it goes and gets a few million views, because I'm sure this video, if it's only been up for 4 hours or they have 500,000 views, this is going to pull a few million views no matter what, especially because it's also trending up on Twitter right now. You guys can only see over here too with Jidon, it's trending up there. On top of that, and other folks too as well, such as Corey, have also brought extra attention on it. So I can kind of see Twitch being like, hey man, like, we're just trying to sort things out. You got to be a little bit more on the professional side. You got to deal with it. You got to like deal with what happened, or just do it through proper channels, through like email, find a proper staff member, etc., etc. Because there was also a little bit of a big controversy too, and I don't think this really helps the cause. It's a good YouTube content idea for sure. With 6.7 million views, clearly it was up there and clearly it did very well. But this is basically him over here sneaking into a few different things. Number one was sneaking into the actual TwitchCon itself and kind of memeing around. If you guys don't know the context, if you're banned on Twitch, you are obviously banned from TwitchCon and TwitchCon shows. So for this, I think he tried to do like, I'm not sure if it was fully a sketch or not, but they were trying to go and bribe to have a conversation with, say, a Twitch staff member.
I show speed, maybe pull through.
I don't know. I've seen Aiden on our list.
Like, you see, like, they're trying to go and, like, it could always be just fake and edited and stuff like that. I know some YouTubers do that. But when it comes to this stuff, it seems like they were trying their best to obviously go and kind of scheme into some Twitch stuff and scheme into some conversations and all of that. And they're trying to be like, hey, yo, like, can you get me banned? Now, obviously, if this is public and true, I mean, some people, like I said, fake videos. I'm not calling it a fake video at all, but it just has happened. Or, like, you just have a friend on the mic and distort the video, whatever. When it comes to this type of stuff, this really doesn't look good on trying to get him banned. Because you're trying to scheme it, trying to make content out of it, which, once again, I think is fine for YouTube, but it's a little harder for Twitch because it is a private company. But then as well, you also have the same big controversy where they're banned, and then you're trying to go and buy separate badges, you're trying to go and sneak into TwitchCon and talk to everyone, you're kind of causing a ruckus too as well.
My man!
Yo.
Which, I mean, in all honesty, like, I'm not someone who's ever against this type of stuff. If you're, like, more the fun, outgoing person out there, I mean, that's whatever. But I'm just more saying the case of a company where you have, like, TwitchCon staff members.
I want that. Yeah, you have to score twice, and then you go to the final.
And, you know, he's doing the activities on the con itself and too as well. When you're not even, like, allowed to even be there, that does lead into some issues. Because they're also turning to, like, some of this stuff, where people were also kind of calling him out and being annoyed, like, fans and stuff like that too as well. Now, once again,
Are you TommyInIt security guard?
I'm security, yeah.
What does his hair smell like?
His hair.
Yeah.
Like everyone is smelling now, a little bit sour.
which is kind of funny. But it kind of goes and leads to the whole thing of like, you're kind of pushing it a little bit. You have Twitch that you're not even supposed to be there. You record it, and they kind of make a mockery of it too as well online. Like, in my mind, I'm a content creator, so I understand like the sense of you do it for fun, you do it for memes, you do whatever. But then if you have another big streamer, such as like, you know, the TommyInIt guy who's a bit kind of big on the Minecraft side, and like, that's more of Twitch's golden boy, because they want that Zoomer demographic. They want those younger folks. They have subscribers. They get like they still hit a good market when it comes to folks, and mostly family friendly. So you can kind of see how Twitch can have a little bit of pushback when it comes to like, hey, we could maybe potentially unban you, but if you're trying to go do these schemy calls with Twitch and trying to do these other different types of like sneaking into conventions, and this did lead into a pretty big drama as he met the Tommy guy too as well, and like there was like a big Twitter drama back and forth, and then fans were complaining and just all this type of stuff all over there. So it's kind of like those liabilities. Where if, like I said, the original Pokeimane thing was all chill, all on water underneath the bridge, I'm sure Twitch would probably go ban him, even though they're a bigger content creator. Like 6 million subs, that's a lot of new potential viewers for Twitch. But if you kind of keep pushing a little bit on the side, I can see why Twitch would be like, hey, let's let like sleeping dogs lie for a little bit longer. Let's kind of see what goes and happens. We can kind of go from there. Because you never want to have a liability tied on it. Now, am I saying anything bad against Jidon himself? No. Do I think he should be unbanned from the initial Pokeimane thing? I'd probably say yes, as long as Pokemon's all cool with it. In my mind, yes. But I'm just kind of saying you have this extra stuff and extra pressure and extra trends and all that. It does make it a little bit harder for Twitch to want to go and kind of deal with that. And they're, like, at least in my opinion, on the business sense. So kind of give me your thoughts on it. Like, overall, do you guys want them banned? Do you guys want them unbanned? Or are you guys just randomly here because you guys are just bored and clicked on this video in the first place? And at the end of the day, too, as well, I think as long as most all parties are fine, they know how to go represent themselves in the future, and they know how to deal with potential, like, issues or clawbacks or all that type of stuff from fans or the company itself or TwitchCons or whatever, I think it should be fine. But like I said, you have all this other stuff kind of thrown in the mix, does make it a little bit harder, at least for Twitch's side. So that's just my thoughts, my opinion over here as a Twitch smarter. So give me your thoughts and comments down below. And as well, hopefully Jidon actually gets a nice unban, as long as, well, everyone's all cool with it in the first place. So we will go and see. Give me your thoughts and comments down below.